welcome to the Pop the Balloon Speed Dating. I'm your host, Marissa. Let's get to know some singles today. If you like what you see and hear, you will not pop your balloon. However, if you aren't really feeling the connection, you're going to pop your balloon. We're going to call up our first lady. All right, so the first lady that I'm going to call up is Ginger. Ginger, welcome.
Thank you.
So the first question I have for you is, what is your age?
I am 49 years old.
Awesome. All right, and what do you do for work?
I run a gymnastics business.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. And in 3 words, describe your ideal partner or significant other.
3 words. Compassionate, caring, and mellow.
The next question up is going to be, do you have a question for the gentleman? So, do you have a question that you would like to ask on the floor, and then they can answer the questions, because 2 balloons have to be popped. So you can kind of look at, yeah. And then gentlemen, when she asks the question, I'm going to start calling your names and you can just ask the question. Answer the question. So
my question would be, how long was your longest relationship?
All right. How long was your longest relationship? All right. So the first person I'm going to go to is, the first person I'm going to go to is Nicholas O. I'm just going to go by Nicholas O because there's 2 Nicholases here. So Nicholas O, could you answer her question?
Of course. Nicholas O is fine. About 2 years, 2 and 9 months, going on 3 years, if I can say.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, and also, may I have your age and what you do for work?
Yeah. I'm 24 and I'm an industrial engineer.
All right. Awesome. All right. So the same questions for you, Corey. Corey, again, answer her question, and then also let us know, what your age is and what you do for work.
You bet. I'm Corey. I'm 49 years old as well. I'm a deputy fire chief, and my longest relationship was I was married for 26 years. I've been divorced for a little over a year.
Awesome. Okay. Brock, same questions for you.
My longest relationship was 3 years. I'm 31, and I'm a nurse.
Awesome. Zach?
Yeah, mine was about 10 months. I've only been in 2 relationships, and I'm 26, and I'm also a registered nurse.
Awesome. Riley?
It would be about 2 years, and then I am 27, and I work at a sports complex, a large sports complex.
Awesome. Marcus?
I am 38. My longest relationship was close to 2 years. I am a zoologist and a biology professor.
Awesome. Will?
Hi, yes. I'm Will. I'm 49. My longest relationship is about 18 years, as I have been married before, and I'm since divorced. I've been divorced about 10 years now.
All right. Maurice?
Hello, I'm 36 years old, and my longest relationship has been 6 years, and I am a software engineer.
Awesome.
37, product manager for software, and longest relationship 20 years.
All right.
I'm 35. I work for a manufacturing. My longest relationship is 4 years.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that was it for the gentlemen. So Ginger, so this is the time when you're gonna, choose. You know what? I'll have you pop 3 balloons because we have quite a bit of gentlemen here tonight. So if you want to just, I know it's no hard feelings, but I just want to pop their balloons.
Anybody in their 20s, absolutely. Do you live alone?
Do you live alone? All right. So I will start with you, Nikki. Can you answer her question of, do you live alone?
Yes.
Oh, that was easy. Okay, yes, okay.
Hello, this is Tamika with A2Z Gourmet Popcorn, and I'm coming to you bringing all the delicious flavors, caramel, cheesy caramel, cheesy, lemon, blue cherry. Just visit my website at A2Z Gourmet Popcorn to see all the delicious flavor, and we add weekly. A2Z Gourmet Popcorn.com.
Matt.
I live with my 3 kids part-time and my 2 dogs part-time.
Awesome. Maurice.
Yep, I live alone.
Will.
I do live alone, yes.
All right. Marcus.
Yes, I do live alone.
Brock.
I'm actually in my second bedroom right now.
Awesome. Corey.
I live with my black lab, but other than that, no other humans.
Awesome. Okay. So from those questions, Ginger, would do you want to maybe pop maybe 2 balloons after the questions were answered so we can just narrow it down a little bit more?
I'll pop Nikki and Corey.
All right. And may I ask why?
They just don't seem like my type.
Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. All right, so now we have 5 balloons left. All right, so we have Matt, Maurice, Will, Marcus, and Brock left. So what I'm going to do, gentlemen, do any of you gentlemen have a question for Ginger? If you do, please just say me, and then I'll call on you and you can ask the question.
Me.
All right, Brock. Brock has a question for Ginger.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, I don't.
Okay, that was easy. All right, I'll just call the names and just ask. Marcus, do you have a question for Ginger?
I guess it's probably gonna get me eliminated right off the bat. But what's your view on children? I do not have any kids.
I'm already, not having any kids.
Yep. Okay.
All righty, Will.
What is your take on that of reciprocating energy?
I think it's I believe like there's like this unforeseen energy when you first meet someone, and I do like to base my dates off of that. Like if I'm feeling that energy, then I go with it for sure. Mm-hmm.
All right, Maurice.
What's like one of your favorite pastimes or hobbies?
I live by the beach, so I like to go down to the beach quite often and just kind of sit out there, and it's my go-to place when I need to relieve stress and let off the rest of the day.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt.
At the beach, are you I have to sit down and chill type of person, or are you like making sandcastles and getting in the water?
It depends who I'm with. So, I mean, if I'm alone, I'm kind of sit and chill. If I'm with a group of people, I'm getting in the water and doing cartwheels and handstands on the beach.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll switch it up a little bit this time. Gentlemen, are there any gentlemen that would like to pop their balloons?
I'll pop.
All right, Marcus popped. And Marcus, may I ask why?
I don't have any kids. So that's something that I do want in my life, and I know better than to try to convince someone else to have kids. So
Awesome. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I understand that. All right, let me see. I'm trying to think of any questions I could ask. Okay, I'll bring it back to Ginger. Ginger, do you want to pop any balloons, or do you want to ask like maybe like 1 or 2 more questions before you pop?
I kind of thought that was a good question about who has children and who wants children.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. So the question on the floor is who has children / who would like children. So I will ask the remaining balloons. All right. So I'll start with you, Matt.
I have kids and don't plan on having more.
All right, Maurice.
I don't have kids, and I don't plan on ever having kids.
All righty. Will.
Yes, I do have children. They do not live with me, but yes, I do have children.
All righty. Brock.
I don't have any kids, and sometimes I think about having a kid, and sometimes I don't. Like, nah. 50-50.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Sorry, Ginger. So those were actually 4 balloons are left. Sorry, I think I said 5. There's 4 balloons left. Okay, Ginger. So now I'm just gonna ask for you to pop 2 balloons. We're getting close. You're gonna pop 2 balloons.
So I'm gonna take out Matt and Brock.
Matt and Brock.
Sorry.
Okay. Could I have an answer? Just curious. What made you pop those 2 balloons? Just curious.
I wasn't feeling it for Matt, and Brock just seems like he doesn't quite have it together yet.
Oh no. Okay. No problem. No judgment. Okay. Do you want to respond, Matt?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. All right, everyone. So we have 2 balloons left. All right. We have Will and Maurice left. All right. So I will go to the gentleman again. Gentlemen, I'll go to Maurice. Maurice, do you have a final question or not final, but do you have a question for Ginger?
Yeah, definitely. Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
So I still see myself probably where I'm at right now. I love my life, where it's going. I live in Alameda, so I run a business and I plan on running that business for a little bit longer. I'm not ready for retirement, but I do see myself my kids are all grown and adults, so I do see myself doing a little bit more traveling and giving some of that time back to me.
Awesome. And Will, do you have a question for Ginger?
Yes. What would you say in your business is some of your biggest accomplishments?
Some of my biggest accomplishments. We recently moved my business about 1.5 years ago, and it was a small family business, and I guess the biggest accomplishment is in this past 1.5 years, obtaining a bigger space, increasing business, and making more money. So yeah, that's been probably my biggest accomplishment in this past 1.5 years. Is just I went through a divorce a few years ago, and so I was finally able to focus on my job, my life, and kind of just taking off on my own.
Awesome. All right. So we have Will and Maurice left. So, Ginger, do you have a final question to ask before we, do the popping of one or both, or do you want to just go ahead and pop one or both?
Let's see. Let me think of one more final question. What is your love language?
Oh, okay. Love language. All right. So I'll go to Maurice. What is your love language?
Definitely the first thing would be quality time. And then after that, probably acts of service, and then physical touch.
Awesome. And Will, same question to you.
I believe one of those is acts of service, which is whichever. Okay, to put it like this, whichever one is about action, that's the one that that would be my love language, because what you say and what you do is 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Ginger. So I'm going to ask, which balloons or balloon are you popping? Are you going to pop both? Are you going to pop one? I'm going to do a drum roll. Which one or ones are you popping?
Okay, so I think that I will go ahead and I'm gonna have to pop Will's balloon.
Oh, okay, you're gonna pop Will's balloon, and why is that?
Um, I just felt more of a connection with Marcus. I'm just gonna go
Okay.
for that.
Or Maurice.
Maurice,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, no
okay.
problem.
I felt
Okay,
a
guys.
connection with
All right.
Maurice. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is ask the final question. So Maurice and Ginger, do either of you have any final questions before we determine if this is a match or not? So either one of you can ask a question to each other. If the answer, okay, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I found you very interesting as well, and yeah, I wouldn't mind getting coffee or food one of these days whenever you're available.
Okay, amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay, so Maurice, is it a yes for you? Is it a match for you for Ginger?
Yep, it is.
Awesome. And Ginger, is it a yes for you for Maurice?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, guys, we have a match. Hey guys, congratulations. Oh my gosh, we have a match. All right, everyone. So we're gonna go to the next lady. So the next lady we have up is Collie. So Collie, the first question I have for you is, what is your age?
46.
Awesome. And what do you do for work?
I'm in marketing and sales.
Awesome. Let's see, what's another fun question? Okay, so if you could take any of these gentlemen, oh well, I usually have this for the guy, but if you could go out with any of the gentlemen on if you could go out on a date with any of the gentlemen, like let's say that you were getting prepared for the date, like what would be on like your playlist, your music playlist as you're getting ready? Like what would be some of the genres?
That's a good question. Anything like down tempo, um, I don't know, something with a jazzy beat, up tempo type of thing. Um, I'm listening to all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
podcast.
Awesome. Okay. All right, Collie. All right. Okay. So, what are some of your deal breakers in a relationship or dating? Like, what's like a few deal breakers for you? Like, for the other person, what will be like a deal breaker for you? Like, what are a few things that come to mind, like dating or relationship wise?
Yeah, dating wise, for sure, they have to be spiritual. They have to have some kind of connection to the universe, God, whatever that looks like, some kind of grounding, something bigger than themselves. That's a big deal breaker. Um, Anybody who is not working on themselves, who can't communicate, that's a deal breaker. Anybody just mean spirited, deal breaker.
All right, awesome. Let's see, what's another question? Okay, so right now we have, I'm just gonna count it, 3, 6, 9. It looks like we have 10 balloons. It might be 9, we'll see, but it looks like we have about around 9 or 10 balloons. So let's see, what should we do here? 1 second, I'm just looking. Should we? Hmm. Okay, so I'll have you ask the gentleman a question, okay? So you can put a question on the floor and then I'll just call their names. So do you have a question for the gentleman, so that we can get to know them better?
Yeah. What would be how would you plan the first date?
Awesome. Okay, so how would you plan the first date? Awesome. So I will start with Nicholas O. How would you plan the first date?
Um, First dates is very crucial. So I think first we depend on the communication we have between each other. But I would say my go-to first is usually a restaurant or dinner or something where we can talk, maybe a walk as well, just to be able to get to know each other a little bit. Actually have time to look at each other and converse and see what the other person is about. I think that's what is at least first important in that first date. So that's what it would look like in a list.
Awesome. Matt?
Yeah, probably drinks and see if it goes into dinner or a walk. It's kind of the move, and ideally trying to make it just playful and just fun.
Awesome. Brock?
I will talk to her for a little minute to see everything she likes, then try to plan that out, It'll be like an activity and like food and drinks after, but it'll be fixed into everything that I think that she would like. I would try to, make it something memorable.
Awesome. Zach?
Yeah, I would like kind of walking around an area, either in a park or a downtown area, to chat, get to know each other, and then if things go well, then of course up for a drink and something to eat afterwards.
Awesome. Marcus? Okay.
No, I think something simple like, going out to a, outdoor restaurant or just like a simple walk or picnic. It's a nice first date.
Awesome. Awesome. Will?
Yes, well, if the weather is right and it is starting to get a little warmer now, a picnic or something where we can have fun and entertain and where there's a lot of interaction, like an arcade, uh something like that, skating maybe.
Awesome. 7 balloons. So, Collie, we have 7 balloons. I'm going to ask for you to pop 3 balloons. Do you know which balloons you would like to pop, or yeah?
First of all, thank you for your responses. I have to say my favorite response was actually Brock. I love that you would ask me first. That was lovely. Big Will 202, you nailed it. I absolutely love skating, so that's really good energy. Marcus, I will have to pop your balloon only because you're soft spoken. I am very much a athlete. I need kind of like a little bit more, Drew, you're just soft-spoken, sweet guy, but I have to pop your balloon. Zach, you as well. Matt, I love your personality. I think you're a fun guy. Don't know if it'll work out, but I do find you engaging. You feel like you feel like somebody I know, like my coworker or something. But you have a really great personality. Nicholas, you're way too young. I love everything about your accent. I do enjoy dating other cultures. So it's kind of sad that you were that young, but you have a whole life in front of you and you have many options. You have a great package. I don't know. I don't know what part of Africa you're from, but I wish you the best. But you are too young, but very well spoken. I'm enamored. I heard the accent. I was like, oh. And so I'm popping everybody's balloon.
Oh, you're popping
To tell
everyone's
you the truth,
balloon.
but I absolutely enjoyed this.
Oh,
I
okay.
enjoyed this process. I really did. The closest connection I could probably see potentially is you, Big Will. I don't know too much about you, but I like energy and I like the fact that you were able to, just say, let's have fun. I appreciate that. The drinks and dinner is nice, but I really like to just have fun. So I don't want to take anybody's time and like
Oh, but
belabor
Collie, I
this.
mean, if you want to get to know Will, we have time to ask him a couple questions, though, if you want.
I mean, sure, I'm open. I just wanted to be really clear and direct
Okay,
out of the
Will.
gate and give everybody
Okay.
compliments because this is
Yeah,
you
it's
have to be
brave.
brave to do
Yeah.
this. So I wanted just to
Okay.
make sure that everybody knows stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess so. As Will, would you still want to go back and forth a little bit with Collie and answer some questions or ask some questions?
Um, I mean, sure. Why not? We're already here.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. Because you never know. All right. So let's see. Okay, Will, do you have a question for Collie?
Um, well, I would say what you say that you say that you're pretty athletic and energy going and like vibe. What are some um what are okay, well, what are some things that um you enjoy? I mean, you did say that you mentioned skating. You look like you're pretty fit. I mean, maybe we can do something as simple as like going to the gym, figuring each other out. Uh that may be something that we have in common. You know, I do like to go and work out and take care of myself as best as I can. So, you know, it may be something uh as simple as that. And I also do like you saying that you know, being direct. I believe that's very important as well. So
Very cool. All right. Yeah, no, I love working out. I go to the gym often. I love skating. Like I probably go maybe every other weekend. I'm in the skating rink. Yeah, I have a 12-year-old daughter, so she loves skating. We love skating. It's like a vibe for us. Definitely like to do anything. I mean, I do 5Ks, so I'm really like super active. So anything athletic. Um, is my jam. And I am in marketing sales 9 to 5, but I also moonlight as a track coach. So I like to stay engaged. I like to inspire the next generation. I love the idea of women in sports. So I'm always, I don't want to just talk the talk. I want to walk the walk as well. So I like to just try to get out and stay as, active as I can. And quite honestly, that's where the fun comes for me. Anything that, playing games, going to an arcade, all of that, I find fun because, as you get older, you lose the fun. And I don't know why, because, it's all about that energy. And if you feel like you want to have a good time, the best thing is just to like take it back to, how it used to be playing on the playground, arcades, games, roller coaster rides, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Awesome.
well,
Awesome.
we definitely do have something in common because I'm a runner as well. So
Awesome. Okay, guys. And Collie, do you have another question for Will?
I forgot your age. Well, how old are you?
oh, I'm sorry, I'm 49.
Okay. Okay. And how many children do you have?
3.
And what can I ask the ages?
Yes. Will be 26, going on 21 and 14.
Awesome.
Okay. And one other question. Don't judge me. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'10".
Okay. And Collie, how tall are you?
I'm tall. I'm 5'10". So yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna ask, Collie and Will, do either of you have any final questions before we determine if this is a match or not? Either one of you can ask a final question. If not, that's okay too.
I'm gonna well, being that you're as athletic as you are, I'm gonna kind of assume that I know the answer already to this question, but do you smoke?
No.
Okay.
Never. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, all right. And Collie, do you have a final question for Will?
Um, do you smoke? Do you do any drugs? I don't know.
I do not.
Okay. So
No,
you don't do like
no,
weed or anything like that?
no, and no.
All right. All right, so I'm just gonna ask. So, I'll ask. Well, no, I was Will first. Will, is it a yes for you? Do you want to get to know Collie better?
For sure.
Awesome. Okay, and Collie, would you like to get to know Will better?
Yes. Sure.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, guys, we have a match. Yay, guys, we have a match. Congrats. All right,
Okay.
all right. Yay, congrats, guys. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. So the next lady that I'm gonna call is Sadella. Sadella?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome, 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 Sadella. So, Sadella, the first two questions I have for you are, what is your age and what do you do for work?
I am 30 years old and I am a singer.
Awesome. Okay.
Singer
And
slash model.
awesome. Awesome. Okay. And what are you currently looking for? So, are you looking for new friends to date, a long-term relationship? What are you currently looking for?
I'm looking for someone compatible.
Okay, but do you want to be more specific? Like, are you like looking for something long term, or going with the flow, or?
I really am into, yes, possibly long term.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Do you have any questions for the remaining gentlemen here? Do you have any questions? Like, do you have a question that you want to put on the floor?
What is your favorite hobby?
Okay, what is your favorite hobby? Okay, okay, so I'll call
Like
Nicholas.
gaming,
Mhm.
Twitch, social media, Twitter. Like, what is it that you like to do?
Awesome. Okay, so I'll go to Nicholas first. Nicholas O.
Yeah. Well, her question was, what's her favorite one? I don't think I could pick one in particular. But I would say the top ones right now, definitely into fitness a lot. I don't know if that qualifies obviously as a hobby, but running, weightlifting, cycling, a little bit of everything. I'm also into gaming. I like gaming a lot. I feel like, especially during the pandemic, it's something that opened up with everybody. So into that. Also a little bit into anime. That's, I guess, maybe our trend age now or something. But probably those are the top ones currently. And picking up reading as well, but mostly development book that I'm reading. So they'll be the top ones.
Awesome. Matt, if you're still here, Matt.
I am still here. So
Okay, great.
I like to get out as much as I can into the woods, either running trails or going on a hike. And also just getting in some books, either via audio or just actually reading them.
Interesting.
Awesome.
I like
Hi,
reading.
Brock.
Hello. I like reading self-help books, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad type books. Something that'll get me ahead. I like going to the gym, and I like listening to music.
Awesome. Zach.
Yeah, when I'm not a nurse, I am a flamenco guitarist. I studied in Spain for a couple years to learn my music. That's kind of my true passion is that. I teach my own students as well, and I perform locally with dance groups and singers.
Awesome. Marcus.
Ter terms of hobbies, I guess, well, going to the gym is just part of my life. I was a sprinter, so that's just always been big for me. Um, and as for a real hobby, yeah, gaming, PS5, I'm big on movies. I do like the outdoors, being an animal person. And I read a lot, I write, so it's a lot of things. Yeah.
All right, awesome, awesome. All right, so Sadella, so right now we have 5 balloons that are unpopped. So I'm going to ask you to pop 3 balloons. And if you're not sure of what balloons to pop, you can feel free to ask another question.
Okay, I'm going to pop, um, just for age reasons. You seem older than me, Marcus.
Marcus. Okay, so you're gonna pop Marcus's balloon. All
Um,
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt, you seem, I don't know, a bit. I'm very young, like a club person. You seem very reserved. I don't think our personalities are compatible, so I'm gonna have to pop Matt's balloon.
All right, and then one more.
I'm trying to see everyone in the chat room. I'm gonna have to go with Brock. I don't know. It's something
Brock.
about our base bone structure. I don't think it's like the same.
Okay.
That's the
Don't you think I
question.
look more like him?
That's what I'm
Sort
trying.
of.
What does she mean by that?
I don't know. Just like people usually go towards someone like they look like. I don't know. It's something about, I don't know, like
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, that's fine. Everybody
I'm
has their
sorry,
thing. No,
God.
no, everybody has their thing. It's all good. Okay, so we have two balloons left. So we have Nicholas and Zach. All right, so Nicholas or Zach, do either of you gentlemen have a question for Sadella?
Yeah, I do. First of all, thank you for that question. That was very nice getting to know that. But I actually like to reciprocate that. What are your hobbies and what do you like to do in your free time?
My hobbies. Hmm, it's it's my turn. Jeez, I don't know how to. So I guess cooking. I'm really into Italian food, like pasta. Does that count? Cooking, like food. Um,
Cooking definitely counts, yeah.
I'm really into Italian food and like red wine. That's like my typical dinner.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And let's see, Zach, do you have a question for Sadella?
Sure. Do you like to travel, and do you have like a bucket list place you would like to travel to?
I do not have a lot of travel experience and I want to travel more. Um, I've been thinking of, I have family in Paris. I really want to visit there and see the Eiffel Tower. I've always wanted to visit there. That's my main priority.
Okay, awesome. All right, Sadella. So, do you have a final or another question for the gentleman, or do you know, or would you like to just go ahead and pop a balloon or balloons? It's up to you. Final question
We
or
can go
okay.
ahead and pop balloons.
Okay, sure. Which balloon would you like to pop?
Mm, I'm gonna go with, I hate to say it, Zach.
All right. May I ask
I
why? Just out of curiosity.
I don't, mm, no specific, I don't know. I think I'm more compatible with Nicholas.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So, do you have a final question for, not final question, sorry. Do you have a question for Nicholas? And then I'll have him ask you a question.
Hmm. Um, what is your preferred alcoholic beverage? Do you enjoy wine, or mixed drinks, margaritas? What is your, because I'm a
Um,
big wine
yeah,
enthusiast.
yeah. I would say me too. I'm a very big wine enthusiast. Red blend especially. A little bit of white sometimes. I do like a good cocktail. I think my favorite one would probably be something with pineapple, just something a little sweeter. I'm not very big on alcohol just because I work out so much, but I do enjoy some wine here and there as well. I spent some time in France, so visited a few caves.
My
So
brother is from there.
oh, really?
Moses Drain is his name. He works in a he works for a big company.
But yeah, I
Awesome.
would say wine. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And Nicholas, do you have a question for Sadella?
Yeah. What would your love language be? If I may ask.
My love language, what in like a specific.
In a relationship, what do you expect from your partner or similar?
Oh, mm, attentiveness.
Hmm.
Like just someone who is very attentive. Like doesn't like talk to other people, they care about me as a person.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. So since it's just the two of you left, all right. So I'm just gonna ask. Let me see here. Okay, so Sadella and Nicholas, do either of you have any final questions before we determine if this is a match?
No, I don't have any more questions.
No. Okay. How about you, Nicholas?
I don't have any more question either.
All right. So I'll start with Nicholas. Nicholas, would you like to get to know Sadella better?
Yeah, definitely. Grab something to drink or something, maybe some wine.
Okay, awesome. And Sadella, would you like to get to know Nicholas better?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, guys, we have a match. Thank you everyone for coming out. I enjoyed speaking with you all.